My Raceseng slammer shift knob is one of my favorite modifications I've done to the FRS so far. Using the tools on Raceseng's website, I was able to customize my slammer with a unique color, finish, and engraving on the top. You can see the engraving is top-notch and free of rough edges that you typically see with CNC engraving. The unique shape of the slammer allows you to grab the shift knob from pretty much any direction, allowing you to shift it however you please. The feel of it is very nice as well, since it's one of the heaviest shift knobs on the market, weighing in at 635 grams according to Raceseng's website, or roughly 1.4 pounds in standard terms. That makes the slammer one of the heaviest shift knobs on the market, which is kind of the reason it caught my eye in the first place. It's almost 3 times as heavy as the stock shift knob, and it feels great falling into gear because it pushes right past all of the stoppages and goes straight into the gear that you want it to be in, which is kind of where it gets its name as the slammer, because all you got to do is just throw it and it slams right into gear. Here you can see the size and shape of the slammer compared with the stock shift knob. You can see that the slammer is much larger and wider at the top than the stock one, so that it fits your palm better. It makes for a much nicer shifting feel, as well as a taller shift knob with more weight at the top so that you have more leverage when shifting gears. And yes, I've owned 2 of these shift knobs. The first one was the blue one when I decided I was going to do the blue color scheme, but when Raceseng added the green to their custom options, I decided it was time to change it up. Changing the shift knob out for a much heavier one like the slammer was the first thing I did with the FRS, because I realized very early on that sometimes second gear can be very finicky, and a heavy shift knob helps alleviate that. The slammer is definitely up to the task, and it helps me nail my third to second downshift, especially on track, where high G-forces make it difficult to execute downshifts and get back on the gas. As much as I like this shift knob, there are only a couple of complaints I have. One of the main ones is that when you're creating your shift knob online, the color selection is very difficult to tell what the shift knob is actually going to look like. As you can see here, I powder coated my wheels a bright neon green, where the shift knob is much closer to like a lime color, and they don't really match, especially if you're looking at them side by side. But that will be easy to remedy, as I plan to throw the shift knob in a batch of other stuff I plan to powder coat to match the wheels. The other, much larger complaint that I have about this shift knob is the price. The blue one that I purchased came in at $140 for the translucent blue paint, and the fully custom green one came in at a whopping $173 shipped. But I guess, when you want top quality, best in the market, you gotta be prepared to pay. No regrets.